All right, welcome to our Monday Motivation. My name again is Moses Waribo, and this is Think Tank TV. So I'd like to treat the topic I title Power of the Mind. You see, the mind is the most sophisticated machine, the most intricate machine that has ever or that will ever exist. The mind is what determines who you become in life, where you would go in life, how you will achieve what you want to achieve. So the importance of taking cognizance of the degree to which your mind is being developed cannot be overemphasized. You see, I heard of the story of a young man who wanted to study law in the higher institution of learning. He had to write the examination that qualifies him to study law. In the process of writing the examination, he failed English language, which was one of the criteria. But he passed government, literature, and economics with English language. So I began to think about it. I began to think to myself, how could a person fail English language and use the same English language to pass economics, government, and literature and other courses? Does it mean the essence of the English language in itself was for the sophistication of it rather than the communication? Because it's obvious that he had developed himself to understand how to communicate with the English language. So I began to come up with this point to let you know that the standards of someone else should not be the yardstick of expressing the truest nature of yourself. You see, prior to the introduction of education by our colonial masters, the truth of the matter is that Africans were good at learning with what we call observation. But soon as we had the four walls of institution, it seemed that though the standards of our colonial masters has now become the determining factor of our success. I began to wonder, what about the person who studies with Yoruba? A person who is wise, who has wisdom, who does well with in Yoruba language. Does it mean because he does not pass English language, he cannot be seen as a successful person? Now, I'm by no means saying that education should not be taken importantly. But all I'm saying is that the essence of lingua franca should not be sophistication rather than communication. Because majority of the times what we study in school is academics, which is different from education. Education is what you give to yourself. Academics is the knowledge you get from the four walls of institution. So your academic qualification should not be the determining factor of who you truly would be in life. Education should be. So the question now is, what truly is education? And by the time I'm done with the definition of education, you'll find out whether we truly are educated. Education is the right for humans to do four things. The first of them is experience his world. Experience his world truly. The moment you've been able to experience your world, you've been given the liberty and the freedom to experience your world without any form of limitation. The second thing you need to do is to question deep enough. Question what your experiences are. Why are these things this way? What should be this way? Why do they handle these things this way? Why are things interpreted this way? If you have been able to answer that question, you should go to the third step of education, which is what we call finding an option that exists. Finding options that are best suitable for you. So soon as that is done, what next should be done? You now begin to embrace and choose the best option that is suitable for expressing the truest nature of you. Because until a person gets to the truest nature of himself, you never can experience real freedom. So here are four thoughts you must take note of while you try to hit the week. Number one, create ideas that can endure persecution. What do I mean by that? I said in the previous part of this message that the determinant of your success should not be based upon the standards of someone else. Just like our colonial masters today seem to want to interpret the success of a person by the fact that he can interpret English language, by the sophistication of his English language, which ought not to be so. So if a person has set a standard that for you to be a successful person or for you to be a true visionary, you must know English language, it should not be standard enough for you. So ultimately what I mean is create ideas that endure persecution, because truly is when you begin to express the truest nature of yourself, which is not based upon the standards of someone else, you may be persecuted. And I've said it over and over that persecution brings about relevance, and relevance is recognition, and recognition in itself is currency. Number 2, never let your academic qualification be the determinant of who you truly are, be the determinant of your success, be the determinant of the expression of your truest nature. Academic qualifications were set by standards of human beings like you and I. Why should it be the qualification? Why should it be the standard for you to know how much you can truly express yourself, for you to know if truly you can become successful or not? So regardless of your academic qualifications, be sure to know that it is possible to succeed. Number 3, have a PSR. What do we mean by PSR? Your personal social responsibility. Be responsible for yourself. I go about seeing people who hope on government. They blame government, they blame policy, the government, they blame taxes for everything about their life. You need to live beyond that. Live beyond corporate social responsibility, because it has a lot of bureaucracy. And last on my list is, rather than pursue money, position yourself rightly. You see, life is evolving by the day. Money and opportunities will begin to locate people who are properly positioned, who are ready to serve. I treated it in our previous Monday motivation where I said that. I said the words of wise men who said, don't think about what the society will do for you. Think about what you will do for the society. So get to a state where you begin to position yourself rightly by your own standards, based on your experiences, based on my earlier definition of education, because of a lot of people who have degrees in quotes are actually not educated. Their thought and perception about life is based upon the standard of someone else. I trust you've learned something today. Do well to click the subscribe button. Do well to follow us. Do well to give us a thumbs up. Do us a mail. Tell us how we can be of service to you, and we'll be here to serve you. Happy Independence once again. My name is Moses Warrible. I'm a life coach. I'm a public speaker, and we cover your events. Thank you so much for joining us. Life.